So I want you to think about when you're trying to engage parents, what would a success look like? Because I know you're most probably, it's a good guess that most people at this conference are in the caregiving business. You're in that social services business. And so we want the best. And so we put that kind of stress on ourselves that success is a 10. We expect that of ourselves. And if you expect that of yourselves, it's only natural that even unconsciously you expect it of other people. And so I want you to think about a success. If we're working with a parent who is really struggling, maybe a success is moving from a 0 to a 1. So if you can adjust your idea of success, and I'm not saying that you're blaming parents for that, but you put so much pressure, I find that caregivers put so much pressure on themselves to provide services to parents, and then when you don't have the success that you want, you're beating yourself up because you think you didn't do it right. Yes?
That's what I call doing it in increments, making small steps to the success.
Baby steps, yes, thank you. What is your first name?
Shirley.
Shirley. Yes, Shirley is exactly right. It's baby steps. Can we live and accept and celebrate baby steps? Okay, go ahead, Kate. So what I want to suggest to you that when we start thinking of how parents should be, the perfect parent, it's really just an illusion. It's an illusion we have. And then when the parents we're trying to work with don't live up to our illusion, we're disappointed. And the only thing we've lost is our illusion. The parent is who they are. Okay? So I want to talk about partnering with parents and what maybe that looks like. And this is a little paradigm that I designed. If you look at parents as a pain, you're going to treat them as a pain, and I'm going to guarantee you they will behave as a pain. And in the story I told about my school district, I was a blessing to that school district. But I want to tell you, I was also a pain. Especially the more I got informed around issues, and I started to make people more accountable. I went from interest learning, they taught me well, serving on committees, no longer being a rubber stamp, to really asking some questions. Okay? If you see parents as a partner, oops, what do we got there? If you see parents as a partner, you treat them as a partner. Now, I'm not going to guarantee that they'll always behave as a partner. But I can tell you that moving to this paradigm is going to be a lot less energy sucking for you than this one. I used this quote when I went back to school, and by the way, I went back for my degree, went on, forged ahead, went to Wayne State when my oldest daughter went off to college. And I started to read Neil Postman, The End of Education, and this just really struck with me. For people in distress will sometimes prefer a problem that is familiar to a solution that is not. For any of you that are working in schools, go into the teacher's lounge. How much haranguing is there about parents? We can talk about the problem and talk about the problem. But when we start talking about solutions, people tend to scatter. Because sometimes we get addicted to our suffering, you know. We like to kind of talk about the problem rather than move to the solution. So I want you to think about that. When you're in a group of people, in your work setting, or you're trying to work with parents, walk away from the conversation if it's too negative, because it's not going to serve you well. It's not going to serve you well. It's going to hold you back.